I have a mobility and strength progression workout that I want to go through with you. So we're going to start with mobility and then work into strength and finish with a dynamic movement. So I'm just going to go through the exercises really quickly with you so you know what they are, and we'll talk about form. But number one, we start with some basic yoga moves. So we're going to do downward dog, which is here, and you can also put weight on each foot when you're doing it. And you want to exhale 7 to 10 exhales in the moves, and then you can go straight into Cobra, which works on reverse flexion, and you can really stretch out that way, and you can even twist a little bit in this pose. So doing exhales, 7 to 10 exhales in each of these, and you could go between these and make it even longer if you want, and increase the mobility warm up. So you go in between downward dog and down to here, like that. The other thing, the next one would be Pigeon pose, where you can get into here. You can start here, go to elbows, and then eventually, as you're more mobile, you're going to go to laying. So you go there. The other thing you can add to this is a quad stretch. So while you're in this, opposite arm, opposite leg, and grab that and stretch. If you can't do that, you can do a standing quad stretch on one leg. If you can't do this, you're not mobile enough to get this, but this is a really good move. Next one would be Garland Pose, which would be getting down into this motion. So feet pointed straight ahead, and get down as low as you can. If you can only get this high, or if you're starting to fall backwards, so your ankles don't have good enough mobility, you can grab like the edge of a chair while you're doing it. So if you feel yourself falling backwards and you don't have good ankle flexion, you can grab hold of something to get you in this position. But over time, you want to work on your ankle flexion so you can get all the way down. So that's one, or another one. Side lunges. So side lunges are going to be as simple as starting here. Think about your toes being lined up and hips or glutes engaged. So squeezing your bum a little bit. And you're going to go down into a lunge and try to get your arms and head straight ahead like this. So get into this, you come back to here, go to the other side, just like that. And that works on shoulder mobility at the same time. So you're going to alternate between those. Think about doing all these, thinking about doing 7 to 12, 2 sets. So going through 2 sets and alternating. And then, let's see, side lunges. There's one more I can throw in here that I really like as a dynamic warm-up, and that is you do a front step, hands on the floor, and then keep your hand next to your arch of your foot and look up at your hand. And then you would go to the next one, put your hands down, and look up. So like I said, 2 sets of 12 or so. Use exhales if you need to count. And then the next progression would be using bands. So we work on hip work. So I've got a couple of Protect bands here that we'll put one around above your knee, around your quads, the other one, almost fell, one around your ankle. And the first one would be side steps. So you just go boom, 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 do, like I said, 2 sets of 12. You're gonna go back and forth. Think about not letting this collapse. So you're wanting to keep that foot straight ahead as you make those steps. And then the next one would be cowboy walks. So think about your feet doing an outward semicircle. So and the reason we call it cowboy walks is because you kind of look like you're ready to quick draw. So you're going like this, that. So those feet are doing a semicircle step. So you're gonna do 2 sets of 12 of those. So work on that strength. The next exercise is gonna be going into strength. So I like to superset. So putting an upper body and a lower body or core and another muscle group. So you get that other muscle group rests while you're working the other one, but it saves time. So the one I like to do is push-ups with Bulgarian split squats. So push-ups are obvious, but a couple things on push-ups I want you to think about in form. Always elbows to your side, especially as runners, right? This is our motion sideways, and we want to do push-ups in the same motion as we would our arm swing. And so thinking about pinching your shoulder blades when you're doing a push-up, and I like to use push-up bars, and I like to put my feet up on something. So if we look at this sideways, my weights out of the way, is putting my hands like this, getting my feet up on something. So you can see my body's pretty parallel to the ground right now. And then I go down, so I get a little deeper push-up, and then I can come up. And I like to squeeze my butt at the top of every move. So instead of just going boom, boom, as much as you can and kind of sloppy, I want you to think about doing less reps, but more strict form. So lower yourself slowly, controlled, come back up, squeeze your butt. Come all the way down, come all the way back up, squeeze that butt at the top. So it gives you almost like a plank move at the top. So do a burnout set of that. And then Bulgarian split squats. Find a weight you can do that start lighter. I've kind of got heavier ones here, but I'll give you, what you're gonna do is wherever you're gonna put your foot up on. So Bulgarian split squats, you put your foot up behind you and you do a one-legged squat. So you're gonna step forward from wherever you're gonna put your foot up on. So I'm just gonna take one step and drop my foot up like that. See how my knee is not out over my toe, but it's kind of almost behind, it's behind my foot slightly, maybe an inch. So what I'm gonna do is you're gonna drop your hips. You're not gonna come forward, you're gonna drop. It's this motion. Try to get to the point where you can get down with your quad parallel to the ground, and you're gonna do that. So, like I said, do with strength stuff, 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12. And if you have adjustable weights like I have, you can descend, you can go up in weight every set and descend in reps. So like 12, 10, 8, or 10, 6, 3, if you're doing heavier weight, as you get to learn these moves. But start out with lightweight and just do like 12, 10, 8 at first for 3 sets. Or you could do, if you're crunched for time, you can do 2 sets. So that all of these are gonna be, if they're body weight, it's gonna be burnout sets if you're doing push-ups or say pull-ups. But with Bulgarian split squats and weighted, you're gonna do descending sets. Next, superset. So that's push-ups, Bulgarian split squats together. Next one, presses or pull-ups plus deadlifts. Now, I want you to think about, I like pull-ups personally, and I have a pull-up bar, but I'm not gonna show you that because everybody knows how to do pull-ups. So, and one thing you remember when you do pull-ups, when you lower if you can't do a bunch of pull-ups, you're gonna do a burnout set. And if you can't, you can do a band assist where it hooks around it and comes down to it, and you put your foot in it to help you up. You can use a stool to help you get up, but lower your body weight if you can't do a bunch. So you get 70% of your strength gain in the lowering of the weight. So we wanna lower ourselves in a pull-up. So you can help yourself with a chair and a doorway pull-up, and then lower yourself slowly. So do that. Other thing you could do as an alternate if you don't have pull-ups is you can do lighter weight. You can do presses. So you can do dumbbell presses where you're just pressing over your head. So one thing to think about when you press over your head, always before you start, squeeze your bum slightly. That engages your hips. That keeps you from arching your back. And then also pinch your shoulder blades. So you can see, like when I bring it together, I'm pinching my shoulder blades, squeezing my rear, bringing it up over my head. So we really want to squeeze our shoulder blades because we want to align our shoulders with our ear. We don't want to be over here and doing this. We want to be out here, chest open, and pinching. So that promotes good posture by doing those exercises. Next, so presses or pull-ups with deadlifts. So deadlifts are simply going to be feet about shoulder width apart, and then all we're going to do, pinch those shoulder blades, get those, remember, line up your shoulders with your ears, pinch those shoulder blades, and you're going to you're gonna slide down your body like that. So get that butt back. Don't let your knees jut forward. And then you're gonna come back up and squeeze your butt. So pinch your shoulder blades and squeeze your butt at the same time. So when it looks like this, boom, you wanna squeeze shoulder blades. Those scapulas need to come together to drive those shoulders back, and squeeze the butt to drive those hips under you so you don't arch back. So you're gonna go boom, boom, just like that. That's proper form, okay? So, next superset. Glute bridge or single leg glute bridge plus bent rows. So we're gonna start with single leg glute bridge is basically, you're gonna bridge. The intro movement is just bridging like this, squeezing those butt and getting everless parallel, so flat. So when you look down your body, it's flat, not one side's up or one side's down. It's okay. And the other advanced move is gonna be glute bridge, single leg glute bridges. So you're gonna come down, put up, alternate your legs, okay? Anytime you're doing body weight stuff, 3 sets of 12 or 2 sets of 12. And descending sets if you're doing weights. And the other one is bent rows. Bent rows are simply being in, okay, remember, pinch those shoulder blades slightly, always engage. Engage the butt. So I'm slightly squeezing my butt, slightly pinching my shoulder blades together, and then I'm gonna bend over at the waist and slightly squat, like almost like I'm starting a deadlift, like that, and then I'm just gonna lift up like that. That's a bent row, and I'm pinching those shoulder blades. Okay, so that's bent rows. What's next? Goblet squats and twisting planks. So goblet squats, twisting planks, goblet squats with 1 dumbbell. You're gonna get your feet about a little wider than the shoulder width, pointed straight ahead. Always align those feet forward. Look down, make sure you're not pointing them out or pointing them in. And then you're gonna go, remember, butt back, squeeze the butt to get ready. So engage the glutes, come down, my knees. Notice that my knees are not going forward. My butt's going back. So we're gonna go back like that and come back up. That's a goblet squat. Notice that I'm squeezing my glutes at the top of the movement. Back, squeeze. So you wanna kind of thrust up, boom, squeeze the butt. Okay? Very important to engage the glutes. Twisting planks. I like twisting planks better than regular planks, and because our core is 2/3 of our core is our obliques, only 1/3 of it is our abs. So we want to do twisting motions when we run. We slightly rotate at the trunk. We want to really work our obliques. Plus when we're trail running, we're doing all this stabilizing motion of twisting. We want our obliques to be really strong. So get in a plank, okay, squeeze the butt, get ready, and then all you're gonna do is twist. So you're just doing that, boom, boom. And what I like to think about doing is after each twist, when you come back to the set in the middle, squeeze the glutes. So you're gonna go boom, squeeze, boom, squeeze, boom, squeeze. So always do the reset in the center so you squeeze your glutes. So that's goblet squats, twisting planks. Last thing, deep push press thrusters. You want lightweight for this. So you can start, if you've never lifted weights much, you could just do them without it. So it'd be almost like a squat jump, but think squat jump with dumbbells. So you're gonna get shoulder width apart. Here, let me step back here. Shoulder, so I don't step on my dumbbells. You're gonna put lightweight dumbbells, I have 10s, and you're gonna put them right here, and you're gonna go down into a squat, deep squat, and you're gonna thrust up off the ground. So you're gonna go and just slightly come off the ground, like that. And in these, this is the last motion. Leave it for the last after you've done the mobility, you've done the strength, you've warmed yourself up. That movement, we really want the thrusters are a dynamic movement, so they're gonna wear you out really fast. So what you wanna do is do mini sets. So don't do 3 sets of 12, do sets of, say, 3 to 6, and then rest for 10 breaths. So it would look something like this. You'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, rest. 2, 3. Count your exhales. Count 10 exhales. Now let your heart rate come down a little bit, and then do another set. And you do 4 mini sets, and then rest, maybe 3 minutes. Do another mini set, rest 3 minutes, do another mini set, and you're done. And that's a great one to do on days you might do speed work too, and go out and do some speed work afterwards, because this is gonna warm everything up. Your muscles, your mobility, and then you can go out the door and do a little speed work. Or you can go out and do a little higher end aerobic stuff like steady state. So go use that in your training, have fun with it, giddy up.